Americans coming over here being nasty, doing nasty things, and being bad to the locals. Now, let me flip the script, okay? Let's talk about the fact that we get abused over here, too. The thing about Ghana is stop crying victim. Stop crying victim, because y'all cheat us out of a lot of stuff. Y'all invited us to come home, which by the thousands we did. We came running to Ghana. People sold their homes, moved out of their apartments, sold everything. Some people packed up containers and moved over here just to get over here and realize this is not our home. Y'all call us foreigners. Ghanaians call us that. We didn't make that word up. We didn't start calling ourselves that. We don't know that that's what y'all call the white people and the Chinese because we're not around them. But we know that that's what y'all call us. I ain't never heard the word before, Tabby, till I came to Ghana. Okay, y'all invite us home. Let's talk about what y'all do to us. Starting from the fucking before we get to the airport, we got to have a visa that we pay for to even enter our home. We pay all this money for passports and visas to get here. We get to the airport, and as soon as you see a fucking blue passport, everybody's coming for us. Can you give me something small at the COVID place? You get to immigration. Can you give me something small? You get to baggage. Can you give me something small? A person grabbed a damn cart and put my bag on it and got mad because I gave him $5 because I only had hundreds, because you come over here with hundreds to get the best, cash in rate. How about he looked at that and said, I don't want that. I said, what you mean you don't want it? I said, I want to know, what did you expect me to give you? He said, $10. I said, so you want me to give you over 100 CDs for picking up a bag, putting it in a cart? He don't know this is like my 5th time coming through the airport. I have never seen nowhere in any country or state where people have openly, it says $60 for foreigners, $30 for locals, okay? You go to Cocoon Park, and I don't remember the price. Let's say $200 for foreigners, because that's what y'all call us, $40 for locals. You go to the castle, it's $60 for foreigners, $10 for locals. I ain't never seen that nowhere. I don't went nowhere in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada where it said you pay, if you a local, if you're from here, you pay $1 for a Coca-Cola. But if you're a foreigner, you pay $8 for a Coca-Cola. I ain't never seen that nowhere except Ghana. Nobody in the airport has ever asked me for no money for nothing. I have only seen that in Ghana. Now let's talk about the fact that y'all welcomed us home and how this process looks to me. According to y'all, the ones of us that were stolen, so let's talk about the process of coming home. We got stolen from our mother, our birth mother and father. 20 years later, we're probably 26 years old now. Our mother finds us and she said, baby, y'all come home. I miss you. Come back home. Get out them streets where they don't love you at and come home. So we drive, take a taxi, however we get to our mother's address, we get there. But before she let us come to the door, she says, oh, welcome home. But before you come in, can you pay me $300 to enter the door? That's the visa to come home. So, okay, we happy to be home. So we paid $300 to our mother to step foot in her house because we're excited to be home to the motherland, okay? We get in there, and now it's dinner time. And she has plates on the table for the kids that grew up in the house. And she has a plate on the table for me and my sister who was stolen years ago. And she says, oh, my daughters, because you didn't grow up here, my children get to eat free that grew up here. But because you were stolen and you're just coming back, I have to charge you $20 for a plate. So me and my sister, we're so happy to be home. We're confused. We pay her $20 for a plate. Okay. That's the cocoon shit. That's y'all giving us different prices for shit, okay? Now we're at our mother's house, and we're enjoying being there. We see something's a little weird, but we enjoy being back home with our mother. We decide we want to stay. And she goes, oh, you want to stay a little longer? You're going to have to pay me $1,000 every year to stay here. That's the residency. Now we're paying her for residency, even though she invited us home after we were stolen from her, okay? Now we pay the residency, and then we decide, you know what, we want to get on the birth certificate. We kind of like it here. It's a little weird, but we comfortable enough to stay here. And she tells us, oh, in order for you to stay here, I have to put my name on your birth certificate. That's going to be $3,000. please. And then I will put your name on the birth certificate and you will become a family member. That's the citizenship. That's the citizenship. So how are we home if we got to pay y'all? Why aren't the visas free? If this is home, why don't you make this visa free for us? If this is home, why do we have to pay to be a resident? If this is home, why isn't our citizenship automatically given to us?
You know, it's okay if you pack up from foreign and go back to your yard. It's okay. It's okay if you've migrated and you decide that this is not working out. I am going back to Jamaica. Nothing is wrong with that. And we need to normalize people doing that instead of staying in a foreign country and suffer. It makes no sense for us to stay in a foreign country if we're not doing well. And doing well doesn't necessarily mean that you have a house, you have a car, you have a good job. Doing well also means that you're not coping mentally. You're just not happy. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you're around. You're not happy. Now, the other day, somebody told me that, you know, somebody that we both know, that person decided to go back home. And I said, good for her. Good for her. Because if you're really not happy here, if you're not getting the kind of job that you want, you come to Canada and you just realize it doesn't matter what you try. It doesn't matter what kind of qualifications you have. You've gotten certified here in Canada. You have your qualification from back home in Jamaica. Listen, sometimes we have master's degrees and we can't get a good job over here. If you realize that you're not getting back to the status after 4 years, 5 years, the kind of lifestyle that you used to live in Jamaica, you're not able to do that in Canada or the United States, go back home. A lot of us come here and we leave house, we leave car, we left good jobs. Our kids were in private schools, the best of the best in Jamaica. And we come here and we're just not getting that standard of living. Even though you might have a job, you might, you know, be able to buy a house, but that standard of living that you had in Jamaica, that good job that made you feel like, oh, you know, you're actually meeting your targets and meeting your goals in terms of, you know, your career. You have to start all over from scratch. And sometimes even after 4 or 5 years, you're still not there. Let's normalize saying, you know what? There's no shame in it. I'm going to pack up and I'm going to go back to my home country because this is not working out. It's okay. There's no shame in it. Pack up and just go back home. Nothing wrong with it. So pack up and come back home.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. Now, I want us to continue watching this video and see the challenges and the struggle that the Black Americans and Black people in the Caribbean, they are facing when they are visiting Africa. So kindly, guys, watch this till the end, then I'll be back with more comment. I'm your host, Dash Lifestyle. Remember to give a video a thumbs up. All credit goes to the original creator of the video.
The first thing that I didn't like is the immigration process. When I went to Tanzania, I already imprinted it in my brain that you're allowed to, from the research that I've done, that you're allowed to have 3 months there and then get extensions, which is a 30-day extension. It's supposed to be 2 30-day extensions for free. But once I got to the immigration, they had us wait there for 5 hours after telling us they could give us that time period, and we only got 2 weeks. After waiting 5 hours, we got a 2-week extension. So I had to maneuver myself from there, and it was just not pretty for me. I left the immigration office like literally in tears because I was just like, it's just this, I pick up on vibrations and energy, and it's just like the immigration people just felt like they don't want me here. You know, for whatever reason, whatever judgment they had of me, I don't think they want us as expats there. You know, and that's just the honest truth, you guys. Like, they were laughing at me while I was crying. Like, it was just not funny. Maybe it was just the immigration officers that I dealt with, but it was just like, oh, okay, yeah. So that was like one of the first negative experiences for me there. But yeah, I thought I could, you know, stay there a little bit longer just to feel it out. Now, let me tell you guys, I never, ever, ever had I had no expectations with coming to Africa. Like I told you guys, I had plans to move to Ghana. They changed their rules. I don't like how their president moves. So I decided to come over to go to Tanzania. Yeah, the immigration, like to have to leave leave every 3 months. I knew this before going to Tanzania because it's everywhere. It's listed everywhere. But what I didn't take into was the expense that it would be to travel from country to country. I thought maybe it would be a little bit cheaper, but clearly it wasn't. I just never fit in, and I've been me all my life. This is me. And I'm always changing and growing, but who I am at the core, I can't change. So if I can't vibe with the culture and I feel judged by the culture half the time, it's just not gonna work long term for me. So that's one of the bigger reasons why I left too. Most of the expats were couples or males. So I met a guy, he was there from Europe. He had a business in Europe, but he lived in Atlanta. He's from Atlanta. I was like, oh, hey, what's up? You know, come to find out, like, he was like bragging about how, you know, he can get certain favors from a girl in the community for little to nothing. And I don't mean sexual favors, but he was just bragging. And that's what he kind of like hinted at, but I didn't want to assume. But, you know, like, I think guys sometimes come to exploit the, white and black guys come there to exploit the community if, you know, they know like they can get a lot for little to nothing, you know, from whether it's company, sex, whatever, like they know this. So they go there to sometimes exploit. So being that I met some cool expats that were males too. That right there was like a big, I don't fit, you know, but I want to connect with like-minded people, and I also want to connect with the African culture and the African people, but because there was that language barrier, I couldn't connect with any of the Tanzanian people, and I'm sure that stopped me from meeting a bunch of good people, but I couldn't connect. So this was like a thing for me that I was just like, dang, you know, like it sucks. This is a bummer. It took a lot of effort coming to Africa, but I was just like, I just don't see myself happy here. I'm not happy. So I didn't know, like in my mind, I'm like, once I didn't feel welcome, I'm like, when can I escape? You know, because if you don't feel connected with the people, it's just like, what in the world am I doing here? Like, you know, I vibe with a few Tanzanian people, the ones who spoke English, and I didn't vibe with any of the Diasporans, actually, not for long. So, you know, that's just what it is.
African Americans leaving Africa right now. You know, I think when people migrate to the continent or they leave abroad, as we're seeing in record numbers, more than ever before, I'm not sure if it's new or if social media is giving us these viewpoints, but you come to countries where you find the quality of life much better, but the cost of living a lot less than what you're used to, and you overextend. You purchase a house or you get an apartment in the most luxurious part of the country. You're dining out every day, multiple times a day. You've got a driver, you know, you're doing all of these things. And while these things can still be relatively affordable, what I see for the most part is people just doing the most, like getting the most luxurious car, the most luxurious home, the most luxurious furnishings, and essentially they can't afford to not do the work that they were doing in the US to now sustain the life that they've created on the continent. And so, you know, when I first arrived to the continent, I wouldn't say made those mistakes. I have lived, had money, lost money, had money, lost it. So I knew how to live pretty frugally. But I do recommend that when you do migrate, that you enjoy that experience for the short term. And that's like 30 days, you know, celebrate yourself. Have fantastic dinners out, stay at a hotel, stay in a fabulous Airbnb. But if this is something that you want to do long term, you need to get yourself on a budget and be financially responsible so that you don't overextend yourself, so that you don't end up having to go back to a country that you so direly want to get out of.
So we already know that Africans and African Americans don't get along. The hate is very evident when you hop online, but that's the thing. When you hop online, I don't see this shit in person at all. Okay, I'm lying a little bit. There will always be somebody that's mean, but that's not what I'm talking about. My point is that the hate is strong online, but there's lots of love in person. As an African, I love African Americans. I have so many African American friends. We get along just fine. And I bet you if I asked any of them what they think of Africans, they won't have anything bad to say. We can talk about the bullying that Africans endured by African Americans in school, but that's not what I want to talk about. Just because I'm not in school anymore and I don't get bullied for being African anymore. I have learned to let that go because I decided to love myself. And I've been able to see that a lot of the African Americans that bullied me are now grown or the same age as me, and they don't think like that anymore. If you're Black and you go to any part of Africa, I bet you will be loved and welcomed. So just remember that just because there's hate and division online, it doesn't mean that it's the same thing in person.
Bro, I'm reaching out to the African community. Why don't y'all like us? Because when I be at work and I be trying to talk to the African people, it always seemed like they be like looking at me funny or side-eyeing me. And at first I was thinking maybe they just don't understand me that well. Maybe they're not well acquainted with the way we speak or something. I don't know. But somebody brought it to my attention that they just don't like African American people. And I didn't believe it at first. But then I started noticing certain little things. One of my coworkers was like, if you notice, they always cool with the white people. They love white people. I'm like, no, I don't think it's that. Like, there's no way they like white people more than they like us. That don't even make sense. I'll never forget. I was walking down this long pathway at my job. It's like a long pathway. And I see somebody just running this way like super, super fast. And it was an African. And I'm sitting there watching this, and she's a beautiful African lady, like super beautiful. Like, but she running this way. I'm looking like, what's she running from? It's a white dude behind her chasing her, and they both just laughing and giggling. I'm like, ain't that the same girl I was just trying to talk to yesterday, and she act like she couldn't understand nothing I was saying? How she having so much fun talking to this white man, but she can't be cool with me? Like, that's insane. Like, why don't y'all like us? Like, what is it that y'all don't like about us? I thought we was cool. And then as time went on, more and more, like, down the line, I'm starting to peep, like, this is a reoccurring pattern. Like, it keep on happening. I'm starting to peep that ain't no Africans trying to talk to me. They all act funny towards me, but they do be messing with the white people. And I'm like, bro, that's a real thing? Like, I used to hear people say it, but I didn't really believe it. Like, I'm not the type of person that just hears something and just believe it automatically. Like, I got to see for myself. And once I really seen it, like, this same African lady I was just trying to talk to yesterday, not being flirtatious, not being weird or nothing, like, regular conversation, just trying to, you know what I mean, help make the day go by, like, not even saying nothing bad or nothing. This same lady who wouldn't even give me a conversation was being chased down by a white man, laughing and giggling. I couldn't believe it. Why don't y'all like us? I understand we're a little bit Americanized and everything like that, and we're a little bit brainwashed, and, you know, we can be ignorant at times, but every African American is not like that. I don't like to see myself as an ignorant person who runs around starting I don't do that. You know what I mean? I don't do that at all. So I don't understand. It's very frustrating. I don't even want to talk about it no more. But hey, have y'all ever experienced?
So I scrolled past a post from a Black American woman who I guess left the United States to go live in West Africa. She didn't say what country, but I'm assuming it's Ghana. And she was like making all of these complaints about how the electricity is not consistent, and, you know, there's no snacks, and there's a lot of things that she was accustomed to like having in the United States that they just don't have over there. She doesn't have those conveniences anymore. And she's like, I just want to come home. I hate living here. I hate living in Africa. And in my mind, I'm just thinking, like, anytime you uproot and you leave your home country, you need to know what you're getting yourself into, okay? I have been to Ghana, okay? Been in West Africa, been to Ghana, been to Accra, went to Cape Coast, and beautiful country, beautiful culture, beautiful people, somewhere that I don't mind, you know, going on a vacation for 7 to 10 days, but that's it. It is not somewhere that I would live. And the reason why is because, like she's saying, there's certain things that we're accustomed to over here that that is not consistent over there. Like, even at the hotel, like, the water kept going out, the hot water is not consistent, the air conditioning wasn't consistent. Like, just the stuff that we consider as basic is kind of like luxury in certain countries. And I know people, especially with this whole debacle between South Africa and Black Americans, they always talk about the police brutality over here in the United States, and which is not even as big of a deal, like, as they probably think it is. But when I was in Ghana, when we drove from Cape Coast back to Accra, when I tell you there was a checkpoint like every 2 miles, it took us like an extra hour to get back to the hotel because we kept getting pulled over at checkpoints for bribes. Like, the police literally have a checkpoint and you have to pay them a bribe in order for them to let you go. Now, thankfully, I was with locals and they knew how to navigate all of that. But I could not imagine living through that, like living through that type of corruption. they will take you for every freaking thing that you have. It's like the police out there, and I'm assuming it's like that in other countries in Africa too. If they got that problem in Ghana, it's probably like that in some other countries too. Like they like those police over there, they like make their living from basically threatening people into giving them a bribe. Like that type of corruption is out of control. I just never really understood how people do it. Like, you got to really be prepared to let go of your comforts and your conveniences. If you gonna leave the United States and go to anywhere in Africa, like any country, you got to be really prepared for that shit. And I don't be seeing how people do it.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video and you have seen some of the challenges and the struggle that Black Americans and Black people in the Caribbean, they are facing when they are visiting Africa. And that it is true exactly what it is happening. I cannot deny it for what these people, they have come out and say, because we as Black people, we are calling our fellow Black people here in the motherland to come and unite with us. But whenever these people, they are coming, we usually charge them more. The prices of the things that they are buying, they will buy a bit expensive than how we as local people, we are buying. The places that they are going to visit, we want to charge them more. We're charging them as a tourist, and we are not charging them as the local. So because of this, it makes us, them to feel like they are not part of us. Because how can you come to in the motherland in Africa, where you know that you came from, and you are trying to connect with brothers and sisters, but your brothers and sisters, they are treating you like you are not a part of them, you are not one of them. They are treating you like a tourist. You can see. So whenever these people, they are coming to our African land, to the motherland, we are usually treating them as a tourist. We don't treat them as our fellow brothers and sisters who they were stolen during slavery. So because of that, we have seen these people, they are really struggling. You can see, and also that lady, she has come out and said that if she wants to get a citizenship of Africa, we charge them like $3,000. So that is a lot of money. And for me, I can tell to our African government, why are we charging our fellow brothers and sisters who they were stolen away during slavery when they want to get our citizenship? How are we charging them money to become the citizenship? So this is not a good thing that we Africans we need to do to them. So we need to change that, and we need to welcome very well our brothers and sisters. We are calling them to come here in the motherland, but the things we are doing to them, it makes them not even to come in motherland. So we need to change that. And also guys, I have some of the comments that so many people, they have come out and share. And also guys, if you have ever experienced something bad here in the Africa as a Black person in the motherland, kindly please come out and say it. Comment down below in the comment section. I'll be reading in my next video, so that we can see some of the challenges and the struggle that majority of Black people who they are outside of Africa at the motherland, they are facing when they are coming here in the motherland. I want this video to go viral, so that our African leaders, so that our African people can know and change the behaviors that they are doing to our fellow Black people who are coming to visit here in the motherland. Kindly please guys, comment down below. I'll be reading your comment, and we need to change our Africa, our motherland, so that majority of you Black people in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, in Trinidad, Tobago, Black people in the diaspora, Black people, the Black Americans. So we want all them to come together. I've been calling all Black people to come out and unite. We want to unite, and unity, when we Black people, we are uniting, will become more stronger. So we need to unite, and we need to call our Black people to come in the motherland. And also the African people in the motherland, we need to make conducive environment, so that whenever these people in the diaspora, they are coming here in the motherland, they can find a conducive environment in the motherland. So kindly guys, let me just read you some of the comment. There's a comment here that someone he has come out and share. Let me tell you all, I'm a Nigerian American. When my mom left Nigeria with me at 3, even thought she had to plane ticket. She had to bribe the people to get into the airport, bribe the people to get on the plane, and bribe the people to get a seat. It's always been a cash grab. My family in Nigeria lived good estate, good. They want me to send money home. Mind you, they have never sent me anything my whole life. I'm not going back. Now you can see one of the problem that we are having, bribing. So this bribing, it has become a disease in our African countries. So you can see this one, he even bribed just to get a plane ticket. He has even bribed just to get a plane seat. So this one, it is not a good thing for us African people. We need to change all these behavior. So these are also some of the challenges that our black people, they are facing. Once you realize that you were sold instead of stolen, it's all makes sense now. So this one is saying that we as black people, we have been telling our diaspora black people that the reason why they are in the United States, in the black countries, in the Caribbean, is because they were stolen. But when you go deeper and say these people, they were not stolen. These people, they were sold by our African chiefs, our African leaders in the days of the of the slavery. So these people, our African chiefs, they were capturing those strong men, those strong women. So they were capturing them and they were selling them to the slaves owners. So you can see now this one is saying that once you realize that you were sold instead of stolen, it all makes sense. So this one, they are saying the reason why we are treating our fellow black people whenever they are come here in the motherland this way, it is because they were sold, they were not stolen. So we need to change that, and we need to know our history very well. Morals of the story: go to where people are like you on the inside, not on the outside. Yeah, so this one, it is saying moral of the story: go to where people are like you on the inside. So you need to go where people like you in the inside, but not in the outside. To the lady who kept saying we were stolen from our motherland, please understand that you weren't stolen. You were sold by your mother without let me read again. To the lady who kept saying we were stolen from our mother, please understand that you weren't stolen. You were sold by your mother without a care in the world about your well-being. And now that same mother who conned you into coming back now fleecing you blind. I really don't feel sorry for you. So this one is saying that to the lady who said we were stolen, just know that you weren't stolen, you were sold, and that's one of the reasons why they are treating you like that. So there's another one here. The same people who said who sold other into slavery will charge them a fee to return. Now, so this one is saying that the same people who sold others into slavery will charge them a fee to return. So I've been telling you that why are we African people, first of all, charging our black people to get a visa when they are coming to our African country? We need to stop that. We need to stop that. And also, we need to reduce the cost of the plane ticket whenever our black people in the diaspora, they are coming here in Africa. We need to change their plane ticket so that it can be easy for them to come back home, so that they can connect. But everything, it is becoming expensive. Look, the plane ticket from Jamaica to Africa, the plane ticket is so much expensive. So we need to change that, and that's why this one is saying that why are we charging them when they are coming back in Africa, and yet we are saying they were stolen? So we need to change that. So African charge you double on their land, but they came to America, reap what black American fought and die for free. Wow, that one, it is a strong message. Correction, you weren't stolen from your mother, you were betrayed by her, and now you finding out she was abusive all along. I'm not Africa and never will go there. I am Black American. My ancestors built and bleed for America. This is my home, America. So this one is denied Africa. He's saying that America, he will live in America and stay in America. He doesn't know anything about Africa, but that one I know it is because of how the media in America it has portrayed African. So finally, there is someone that don't talk you to death. Instead of let the video play. Thank you. This one is thanking. I am second generation American Spaniard. When I go back to Spain, I am treated two ways. By some, I am treated like I was actually born there and felt accepted. By other, I am treated like a foreigner, but still welcome and accepted. I love Spain. My former best friend who was Nigerian told me that Africans don't move to America to be around other black people. They move here to live with the people they already live among black people at home. You are the only person that has been real about the fact that we are going on this continent of Africa. So these are some of the challenges that our black people they are really facing. So let me just read. I have lived in Africa for over a decade, both in the southern and western regions, and I must say Africa is a land of contrast. When it comes to people and experience, you will meet some genuinely warm, hospitable and kind-hearted individuals who will embrace you with open arms. But one on the flip side, there are those who will smile in your face, gladly take what you offer, yet silently harbor a resentment towards you as a black foreigner. No matter how hard you try to immerse yourself in the culture, learn the language, eat the food, dress the part, you will always be seen as an outsider. The reality is you can deeply love a people and a place and still never truly be accepted as one of them. It's a hard truth, but one that anyone living across culturally need to understand and navigate with wisdom. So I hope you guys have understand that, and kindly guys, you can have here so many message from people who have come out and react in our topic of today. So kindly guys, I like this video, share, and also remember to give a video a thumbs up, because when you give a video a thumbs up, according to the YouTube algorithm, it will recommend this video to a lot of people. So kindly guys, see you on my next one. Bye bye.